Hi everyone, welcome back to PW. My name is Vandana, and in this particular lecture, we are going to understand how to write a high band score overview paragraph for academic IELTS writing task 1, that is our report writing. Now, what exactly is overview paragraph? Overview paragraph is that paragraph wherein we write the most prominent features from the graph. Prominent means we write the important features, most important features from the graph we pick and we write those in our overview paragraph. बट द क्वेश्चन इज आपको कैसे समझ में आएगा कि ये इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर है लेकिन वो वाला बोरिंग फीचर है. सो फॉर दैट आई एम गोइंग टू ब्रेक इट डाउन फॉर यू टुडे एंड आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू सम सैम्पल ओवरव्यू पैराग्राफ्स ऑल्सो which I have written using different important features. So let's understand what are some important features. Prominent features means important features. तो आपके जो highest and lowest categories होते हैं graph में, that is considered as an important feature. Then exceptional cases are considered important. If there are similarities between two or more categories, such things are also considered important. If there are any striking major increments or decrements, that is also important. And if you see any trend, and you will see trend if you are given a line graph, then that trend also is written in the overview paragraph. Now, there are two rules that you need to follow about the overview paragraph. Rule number 1 is कि हम ये सारे features नहीं लिखेंगे overview में. So, for example, do not write too many features. At the most, you can write 2-3 features only. So, you can't write आप ये नहीं कर सकते कि आपने हाईएस्ट एंड लोएस्ट भी लिख दिया, आपने सिमिलैरिटीज भी लिख दिया, आपने एक्सेप्शनल केसेस भी लिख दिया. दैट विल बिकम टू मच इंफॉर्मेशन एंड इफ यू डू दैट थिंग्स विल गो अगेंस्ट यू. Another thing is that we do not write any data in the overview paragraph. So important features are written but without data. Now let's take our first question and it says, the chart below gives information about how families in one country spent their weekly income in 1968 and in 2018. On this question, I'm going to show you two overview paragraphs. The very first one is in which I have clubbed highest and lowest categories together. So if you see, you can spot very clearly what are our highest and lowest categories. So this one, for example, is the highest category of 1968 and this one, leisure, is the highest one of 2018 and people spent the least amount on fuel and power in both the years. So this is the lowest category. अब इनको क्लब करके हम overview कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Here you go. So I'm saying overall it is evident that the highest proportion was spent on food, although by 2018, leisure had become the top priority. In contrast, the least amount was spent on fuel and power in both years. So as simple as that, food, leisure, and fuel and power, these three categories are mentioned without data because we are clubbing highest and lowest. Now I'm going to show you one more overview paragraph on the same graph. And in this one, I have not written highest and lowest categories. Let's see what I've done over here. So this is the one I'm saying overall it can be clearly seen that while the expenditure on food came down significantly to almost half. So here I'm talking about major increments and major decrements. So here we see major decrement by 2018 to almost half. 35% से वो कितना आ गया था? Somewhere around 17%. The most notable increase in spending was observed in the leisure category. So here we see leisure category going up by more than double, which more than doubled. So it's major increment and major decrement that I am writing here in this paragraph. Let's move to the next one now. And here you have the 6 pie charts under one single question. Let's quickly read the question. It says the charts below show the percentage of water used for different purposes in 6 areas of the world. Let's quickly see that how I have written overview paragraph on this. इसमें मैंने क्या use करा है. So let's take a look. I'm saying overall it can be clearly seen that other than Europe and North America, मतलब इन दोनों को छोड़ के exceptional cases हैं ये दोनों हमारे. Other than these two, in all the remaining areas, the largest proportion of water, largest means once again I'm talking about the highest category, the largest proportion of water is used for agricultural purposes. So agricultural purposes means this one with the stripes. So that is the highest proportion. Most areas spent on, so most areas spend their highest proportion of water, they use their highest proportion of water for agricultural purposes. However, in Europe and North America, the largest percentage of water is allocated to industrial use. Whereas in these two, the largest proportion of water was used for industrial use. So if you see in this one, I have used exceptional cases to write my overview. So I'm saying इन दोनों को छोड़ के बाकी सारे एरियाज में सबसे ज्यादा वाटर कहाँ पे यूज हुआ था, एग्रीकल्चरल पर्पसेस के लिए, whereas in these two places the largest share of water was used for industrial use. That is what I'm saying over here. So yes, I'm using exceptional cases in this particular overview paragraph. Let's quickly take a look at one more sample. And here is our question. It says, the chart below gives information about the percentage of the population in 4 Asian countries living in cities from 1970 to 2020 with predictions for 2030 and 2040. Let's take a look at this one. So I'm saying in general, it can be observed that the population has been growing in all the mentioned countries and the trend is expected to continue. पहले तो हमने ये बता दिया कि भाई सब में इंक्रीमेंट देखने को मिल रहा है and this trend is going to continue increment. Now I'm being specific about the highest category, topmost, which is Malaysia. I'm saying although Malaysia consistently has had the highest percentage of urban population for most of the given time period and is projected to retain this rank by 2040, Indonesia had the lowest proportion for the initial few decades. What I'm saying is that although Malaysia has had the highest proportion of population, and it is expected that it is going to retain this rank by till 2040. And then I'm talking about the lowest category, which is our Indonesia. So Indonesia remained at the least position, the last position for the initial first few decades. After that, what happened to Indonesia? This is what we are saying. However, it has grown considerably and has become the country with the second largest percentage of population, which is predicted to continue. So now it has grown and has become a country with the second largest, because we are considering 2025 here, so we are using present tense. So it has become the country with the second largest percentage of population, and this thing is expected to continue. This trend is expected to continue. So if you see in this one also, I have clubbed highest and lowest categories together. The other two categories, I have not mentioned them in my overview paragraph. So I hope this was helpful for you and you will be able to ace it now and you will be able to write a high band score overview paragraph after watching this lecture. All the best. I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.